Okay, goaltending, the average came out in favor of Salmon River. 8.1 to 7.3. That's less than a point between. So I would guess, when you're looking at less than a point between the two, you're talking Adam Thompson and Bruce DeRushy.
Rocks, and the Raiders came out just a tad behind, 7.3.
Well, our final category, team speed, and in that category, very close, 7.5 to 7.4. Both teams are very fast, good skating clubs, and that came out just about where I expected. So you have an overall average?
The overall average here that came out, the Shamrocks 7.8, the Raiders 7.1. And all of that, it took up some time. We enjoyed doing it. We kicked it around, but it means absolutely nothing.
That's right.
But we did enjoy doing it. What's going to happen is it's going to take place out on the ice. That's the main thing.
And that's going to wrap up our high school hockey report pregame show. Tonight's Ice Cream Store, located on Main Street in downtown Massena. And be sure to stay tuned. We'll have details on an art card show and sale coming up later on this month at Carbonneau's Jewelry Store. Hello. Hello. Okay, I'll give you a countdown. Bye-bye. I'll be back between periods, at least for a spot. Okay, let me turn this down a little. Okay, Randy. Check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, coming down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tonight, it's high school hockey on WMSA as the Massena Red Raiders take on the Salmon River Shamrocks from Salmon River Arena. Our broadcast tonight brought to you by the A-Plus Mini Market, downtown Massena, by Agway, the Family Farm Home and Garden Center, South Main Street, Massena, by Collins Brothers Sunny Service Station located on East Orbis Street in Massena, by Reynolds Metals St. Lawrence Reduction Plant, working together, their quality shines through, by the Massena Paper Company on East Orbis Street in Massena, by the North Country Savings Bank, Phillip Street, Massena, by Homestead Dairies, West Hatfield and the corner of North Main and Maple Street in Massena. Also by the Seacom Federal Credit Union, Stern Street, Massena. By North Country Sports, Main Street, downtown Massena. By Bogosian's Carpet and Furniture, 70 Willow Street in Massena. By the Massena Savings and Loan, 121 Main Street, Massena. Also by Massena Building Supply, 70 Water Street, Massena. By Massena General Contracting, phone 764-5457. By Massena Super Duper in the Hearthaven Shopping Center, Massena. And by Hahn Welding Supply, located on Route 56. About set to go. Massena Salmon River in high school hockey on WMSA. And as we mentioned before, it should be an excellent game. And I think as we talked about, it could come down to the two gentlemen between the pipes. For Massena, Bruce DeRushy, and for Salmon River, Adam Thompson. Both goaltenders are outstanding, and both will have to be outstanding tonight for their team to be successful.
I agree with you, Jerry. The goaltenders are going to play a big part in tonight's game. And also, talking to Coach Stanmore before the game, he wants to make sure that initially right off the bat, Salmon's a senior-laden club, and he wants to make sure his club is not going to be intimidated by them. I'll get it out. They're a little bigger than Massena, and it's a veteran club, and Salmon likes to come in and forecheck and throw the body around. But they talked about that, and he's come up with a couple of forechecking systems and coming out of the zone system that he wants to use. Something that they haven't used in the past, but he has scouted Salmon. He knows what he wants to do, and he initiated this new type of system, and we'll see how it works. On the other side of the coin, Coach Billy Plante, he said they've got to play some smart hockey, move the puck. They haven't been doing that in the last couple of ball games, and good positional hockey.
Okay, it's going to be the Jake Morris line against the Floyd Bingham line, and we're underway as Morris wins the draw and flips it down and Salmon River Shamrock territory. Peter LaFrance after it, flips in the corner, and the Shamrocks started out to center ice. Adams throws a check. The puck slides in the Massena zone. Morris back for it. Here's Jake with a puck in behind the net, flips it around the boards, comes back to the point. They jam for it there, and Bigelow gets it out to center ice. It slides back in Salmon River territory. We might mention Butch Martin and Mike St. Louis, so Lake Placid contingent officials, good officials. Here's the puck in the slot. Tommy Moore takes a whack at it. Now McCracken after it as Massena makes the change. He drops it back to the point. It comes out to center ice, and Mike Adams has to come back for it. Michael back in his own end, feeds Murphy. Murphy breaks down the left wing. He flips it in the Salmon zone. Comes in behind the net. McCracken after it. He can't catch up with it. It's poked by Corey White out to center ice. Now the puck bouncing around at the red line. Pat Tracy flips it ahead. It goes to Murphy across the blue line, has it swept away. Back to the blue line, but kept in by McCracken. Now back out to center ice. Thompson with it. Timmy Thompson at his own blue line for Massena. Headman pass intercepted. Mikael Nilsson, and he gets ripped into the boards, but he gets the puck in the Massena zone. Now Shannon Thompson and Brian Levac jam. Thompson and Levac both go down. The puck slides back out to center ice. Bouncing around in front of the penalty box. McCracken whacks it. It goes ahead. Tommy Moore racing in the corner after it. Picked up in behind the net by Nate Sunday. Sunday has it poke checked away by Thompson, who's way in behind the net. Thompson jams for it with Sunday. They fight. Thompson comes away, gets hauled down. There's going to be a penalty, and Massena will go on the power play, and a great job by Timmy Thompson behind the net to dig that puck out and draw the penalty, and the Raiders will go on the first power play of the night.
Good job by Timmy. He also unloaded a heavy check down inside, proceeded in behind the net, picked up the puck, and the Salmon River defenseman had to knock his feet out from under him to prevent Timmy from walking out in front. On the other side of the coin, number 10, Shannon Thompson, really leveled Brian Levac behind the Massena net with a good, solid check.
So Jake Morris coming out with with Joey Fauché, and Fauché has it back to the point. Mike Adams with it, flips it into the corner, hit the official's leg, kind of messed things up a little. Now Salmon intercepts, but doesn't get it out. Morris back to Schneider at the point, flips it to Morris. Morris has it poked away, and down the ice it goes. Let's see here. It's going to be Stevie Thomas out there, and Jody David was out, but he comes back. Now the puck goes to Schneider. Floyd Bingham comes out to kill it, along with, LaFrance and White. Here comes Jeff Bigelow across the blue line in the corner. Bigelow sets up, looking to flip it, has it pushed away by LaFrance. They jam for it in behind the net. Fauché flips it around for Morris. Morris and Fauché jamming in the corner behind the net. White is there along with Bingham. Now it comes to Bigelow. He flips it back to the point. Adams tees it up, fakes the shot, has to flip it through to Bigelow. Jeff and Floyd Bingham go into the corner together. Bingham pokes it back to the point. Here's Adams, faking the shot, deflects it. It goes in the corner. Jake Morris picks it up. Looks to go back to the point. Schneider winds. His shot through screen, and we got a whistle. We're going to have a man in the crease, I believe, and the faceoff will move outside as Jeff Bigelow was right next to goaltender Adam Thompson, so the faceoff will move outside.
Raiders doing an excellent job in this power play, Jerry, and if they do happen to score, they're going to score against the NAC's top penalty-killing unit. Salmon operating at about a 96% in their penalty killing. That's the best in the NAC.
Pat Tracy's line comes out there now. The entire line. The puck kicked to the Massena line by Floyd Bingham, who's still out there killing the penalty. Bingham trying to come after it. Schneider's there, flips it ahead. It goes to Murphy. Murphy takes it across on the left side. Murphy looks to set it up, trying to bounce it back to Adams. Puck goes down the ice, though, as getting a piece of it was Jody David for the Shamrocks. Now it's Schneider picking it up behind his own net. Starts out right side. Schneider being bothered, but he's going to lug it out anyway. Here's Schneider's pass ahead, gets it back again, flips to Tracy. Tracy gets knocked down. Schneider follows up and dumps it in the zone as the penalty expires. Puck comes in behind the net. Joey Fauché with it. Gets by a check. Puck slides free. Phillips. Oh, he got leveled. Puck comes back to the blue line. Bingham picks it up, slides it out to center ice. Here comes Jody David. Tommy Post whacks it away from him. And Pat Tracy comes back to pick it up and flip it back out to center ice. Picked up there by Joey Phillips. Phillips dumps it in the Massena zone, and we're going to have an offsides called against Salmon.
Captain Pat Tracy's been playing both ends of the ice out here, Jerry, in the first few minutes of this ball game. A little under 4 minutes played, or less than 4 minutes, excuse me, but he's handed out some solid checks at the offensive and the defensive end, and he's leading by example out there. And this is what you have to have in a big game like this down in the opposition's rink. You have to have your leaders, your captains really showing their way out there, and early on, Pat is taking charge.
Jake Morris coming out there with his line mates, and it's Nilsson's line. Steve Thomas and Shannon Thompson are the two wingers for the Shamrocks. Off the faceoff, puck sits in the circle, picked up, Bigelow shot, save made by Thompson.
Jake Morris won the draw, tipped it behind him, took his man out of the play. Jeff Bigelow slid across the circle. Nice little forehander, but Thompson, Adam Thompson, equal to the task, quick glove.
He's a good one. Off the faceoff, again. This time Salmon trying to control it. Comes to Bigelow, flips it through, knocked away and out to center ice. Here comes Stevie Thomas, breaking down the left wing. Gets by Thompson, takes it in the corner. Thompson trying to catch up with him. He does, and it's knocked down by Bigelow coming out. Here's Jeff. Moving it ahead to Jake Morris. Morris breaks down with Tommy Moore. Morris trying to go by. He's taken into the boards by Corey White. The puck slides free back to the blue line out to center ice. Tommy Post is there. Has to wait for his wings to clear the zone, and they didn't. And offsides will be called against Massena.
The Raiders on the defensive end have to be very leery. When Salmon gets it up into the offensive end, they hustle hard into the corner. They don't look, they just dig it and throw it right out in that slot. So you really have to be on your toes and make sure that everyone's covered out in front. They don't waste any time.
We got the third lines out there. Here's Harris Angus for Salmon. Moving the puck in the Massena zone, has it taken away. The puck goes to Bobby Whitcup. Whitcup loses it in behind the net. They jam to the side of the net, and Durashi's going to cover it up. Now he leaves it in behind for Mike Adams. Adams flips ahead to Whitcup. Massena breaks it out of there. Here comes Jason Labarge, breaking in on the off wing, trying to shift it through, but coming back to break it up is Scotty McDonald. McDonald out there with Angus and Thompson on the Salmon third line. Of course, it's Fauché, along with Jason Labarge and Bobby Whitcup for Massena. Now the puck comes just outside the blue line, picked up by Fauché. Fauché looking to flip it ahead, goes to Labarge, nice pass, across the blue line. Labarge slides it through, can't catch up with it. It comes to Whitcup, and he can't pull the trigger. He's taken out of the play as Thompson came way out of the net, and he was a little out of position. But here comes Harris Angus. Angus gets by one. Fauché steals, takes it across, and has it in turn taken away from him. And back to the Massena blue line it comes. Here comes Bingham. Bingham going by Levac. Bingham centers it in front, and there's going to be a penalty, a holding call on Brian Levac.
Yeah, Floyd Bingham got the edge. He got the half step on Brian and was going to turn inside. Brian put the clutch on him. A good penalty and a good call by Butch Martin, no question. And the Shamrocks are going to come out on the power play. And they're one of the tops in the league on killing. They're also one of the tops in the league on the power play. They're operating at about 29%, and that's a high percentage.
They've got all their guns out there. Bingham is up front with David and Nilsson, and Phillips back in behind with Thomas. Mike Adams trying to flip it ahead, levels it to the blue line, but not out. They jam for it, and finally it's poked down by Pat Tracy. Tracy out there with McCracken, Schneider, and Adams, and a good job by Pat Tracy again to flip that puck out of danger. Okay, here comes Joey Phillips. Flipping it ahead, it goes to Stevie Thomas. Thomas takes it across into the Massena zone. Poke checked away by Schneider. Thomas follows it in behind the net, looking to move it around. It comes to Bingham at the 45. Goes back to Phillips. His shot through traffic, hits in behind the net. Bounces to the side. They jam behind. Nilsson picks it up. Mikael Nilsson, the Swedish exchange student, back to the point, gets it back again, 45. In behind the net, they jam at it, and the puck comes back to the blue line. Phillips flips it in the corner. Mike Adams finds the hole and dumps it down the ice with 40 seconds left in the power play. And Massena makes a change in penalty killers, and they change all four of them. Here comes Salmon River across the zone. It comes to David. David has the stick lifted, and Post gets knocked down. The puck comes free, and it's Bingham with it. Floyd with the puck now, right out by the blue line. Flips it back to the point. Stevie Thomas goes to Joey Phillips. Phillips dumps it in the corner, down to 18 seconds. In behind the net it comes. Thompson whacks at it, goes along the puck board and down the ice. Good job by Timmy Thompson. About 10 seconds left in the power play. Stevie Thomas comes back to pick it up for the Shamrocks. Thomas, a good hockey player, and he starts out, builds up a head of steam. Morris trying to bother him. He really doesn't too much. Puck bounces into the Massena zone, and Massena gets the man back, and they killed off the penalty. Picked up by Bigelow as Salmon makes the change. Bigelow breaks down the right wing side. Here comes Bigelow. Gets a quick wrist shot off. It's deflected in the corner and dumped to the blue line. Post whacks at it. His shot goes high over the net, and up into the wall. So we'll have a face-off. So both teams killing off a penalty.
Jerry, both clubs are really flying out there. Both teams. This is exciting hockey. As we said before, it's mid-season, but it's almost like playoff hockey. Both Salmon and Massena do a little differently when they're killing penalties. Massena kind of lays back and reads. Salmon's aggressive when they're killing. They force you right up in their own end. Offensively, when they get down on their power, they try to create a mismatch and try to isolate you 2-on-1s. So they're similar there on the power, but they're different on the killing.
Off the face-off, we've got the third lines out there now. The puck comes to Schneider. Headman goes to Labarge. Oh, he just got railed, and the puck comes back out to center ice. McDonald gets knocked down, and the puck picked up by Schneider. Flips it to Adams. Adams back out to Whitcup. Bobby picks up the loose puck, has it taken away by Scotty McDonald. McDonald trying to come back into the Massena zone. Gets it free right in front, and DeRushy is going to stop it. Whoa, boy, a big collision right in front of the net. Mike Adams and Eddie Thompson.
Mike Adams thought the Salmon player, Eddie Thompson, was going towards his goaltender. And Mike was doing the job that all good defensemen do. He was going to go over and protect his goaltender. But Mr. Thompson just was flying by the crease. The whistle had already blown. I'll tell you who's a tough assignment out there tonight for the Raiders is Bobby Whitcup patrolling that wing. He's got to contain number 99, Harris Angus, on that third unit of Salmon. And Harris goes up and down that wing like a whirling dervish. He's a tough customer. And Bobby's got to put him under check tonight.
Adams picked up a penalty on the play. And here's Jody David, the shot and the save, a weak backhander. So roughing the call. Adams really didn't make much contact, but they call him for roughing. They want to keep this game in control. Phillips dumping it. Here's Stevie Thomas. Thomas in behind the net. Now looks to center. It's knocked down. Timmy Thompson, good play. Thomas gets it back again. Moving it around the horn. Back out to the point, goes to Phillips. Joey with it. Here's the shot, the save made, and the rebound. DeRushy grabs it and shovels it underneath him and holds on for the save.
Get back to that penalty, Jerry. I agree with you. I thought that was a borderline call. You say the officials want to keep the game under control, but they also have to let them play hockey. Now, boy, that was a borderline call. In fact, I didn't realize that Massena had a penalty. You'd have mentioned it.
Yeah. Bingham is out there on the power play. Nilsson and David at the wings, and Phillips, and he's got the puck, and Thomas are at the points. Here's Thomas, the drive. He fired it wide. Puck goes around the boards, back to Phillips. In the corner, Floyd Bingham with it. Bingham and Schneider jam. The puck slides free. Bingham comes back after it at the 45. Looking to move it around. Bingham into the circle, looking for the back pass. Bounces right in front, and is picked up by Bigelow, and he gets it out to center ice and pokes it ahead as Phillips fell down, but Bingham's back the other way. Here's Floyd with it, waits, trying to pass it across. Here's a shot knocked down in front, goes into the corner. Bingham picks up the loose puck, 30 seconds left in the power play. Bingham trying to wrap it around, back to the point, bouncing right on the save made. Where's the puck? It's tacked, and the whistle blows. The referee lost sight of the puck and blew the whistle, even though it was still free.
And that's what he's supposed to do. He lost sight of it. Butch Martin down low in the corner. Lost sight of the puck. There was a melee of players in their arms, legs, bodies all over the place, and he blew it. Good call. I'll tell you, number 3, Jeff Bigelow, has done an outstanding job killing in these last 2 penalties, Jerry. He's all over the place, and he's taking on 1, 2, 3 Salmon players. Really a super job. And number 66 for the
Stevie Thomas.
Boys, he got a shot on the point. They put him back in that point, and he's got a big boomer. He can really bring it.
You bet he does. Okay, Pat Tracy wins the draw, gets it to Brian Levac. Levac comes behind the net and lifts it, and it goes up into the ceiling. Somebody made a good catch in the stands, and they'll face it off in the Massena zone. Levac was just trying to move it along the puck boards out to center ice, but it went up in the ceiling. And we'll have a face-off.
Now, you notice here's one of the changes. Here's where the coaching comes into play, whether you want to match up. Massena's got their first line matched up with Salmon's third unit.
Here's a drive, and the save made. Puck goes all the way back to McCracken. He whacks at it up into the bench off the hand of Peter LaFrance. And we're down to 1 second in the power play. 6:05 left in the first period. And on the Corky's Collision scoreboard, it's 0-0 still.
Some clubs like to match line for line, Jerry, first unit against first unit. But right now we've got, as we mentioned, Salmon's third unit against Massena's first unit.
Well, Stanley hasn't matched. Of course, Salmon's still in the power play. Now they're not anymore. And what happened was Adams came out of the box and the puck hit him, so they're going to blow it dead and move it back into the Massena zone for the faceoff. But now they're going to change up here, and we've got Faucher's line coming out for Massena, and it's going to be Bingham's line for Salmon. So Stanley has not matched lines at all this year, and probably no reason for him to start doing it now.
Some coaches do, and some don't. All have their little particular reasons for and against.
I take that back. We got a change here. Now, I don't know what happened to Murphy, but Murphy has not been out. And we've got Davis playing the wing on this first line. And Eddie goes after the puck, flips it back to Tommy Post. Tracy out, whoops, Post loses it right in front, and DeRushy has to be quick and cover up on that play.
Massena came out with their third unit, and when Salmon countered with their first unit, the Bingham line, Coach Stan Moore quickly came back with Pat Tracy's first unit.
Off the face-off, bouncing puck goes to Tommy Post. He takes it carefully behind the net, flips it ahead for McCracken, who backhands it into the Salmon zone. Tracy racing for it. He and, let's see here, Nate Sunday go after it. Tracy comes away, trying to come up with it, flips it to McCracken. Oh, he got railed, but it comes right in front. Eddie Davis, shot, save. The rebound bounces in the slot, and it's dumped down the ice by Salmon River, but it's not going to go far enough for icing. Massena with a great scoring chance right there. Back out to center ice it comes. Sunday with it, flips it back, the layoff sides, but Salmon clears the zone. The puck intercepted by Bingham. Bingham trying to come in, slides it right in front, it bounces, and the puck comes free to Tracy. Here comes Tracy back out to center ice. Tracy flipping it ahead for Davis. He tries to chase it in the zone. Now there's going to be a line change as Morris comes back out. McCracken steals the puck, whacks at it, trying to get it back to the point. He does. Here's Mike Adams with it, just flipping it, knocked down by a high stick, but Massena touches it.
Exciting hockey, and Salmon just dodged the bullet, but I'll tell you, Adam Thompson showed me something. Salmon defenseman coughed up the puck out to Eddie Davis. It was out probably 15 feet in the slot, and Adam Thompson waited. He outwaited Eddie Davis. He made Eddie make the first move. He held his ground.
Off the face-off, Schneider. Schneider flips it to Thompson. Thompson headman to Bigelow across the blue line. Whoa, he just got railed, lost his stick and everything. And the puck controlled by Salmon River as they move it out to center ice. Now back checking, Tommy Moore runs some interference and knocks the puck away, and Jake Morris comes back 3-on-1. He's got Bigelow. He takes the shot, the save, the rebound, bouncing in the slot, and Salmon comes up with it as LaFrance jags it back out to center ice. Schneider is there to dump it in, and there's going to be an offsides, and they're going to call intentional offsides and move it all the way back into the Massena zone. And Timmy Long real unhappy about that call.
Coach Long is not pleased with that. As you said, the Raiders had a 3-on-1. Jake Morris along with two red shirts, and Jake elected. He had a good shot. He had that top corner. He elected to shoot, but again, Adam Thompson standing his ground, played the angle well, and stayed on his feet.
Off the face-off, the puck in behind the net. Schneider picking it up from Massena. Ahead to Bigelow, doesn't get it out of the zone. Comes back to Thompson. Thompson trying to flip it ahead, knocked down. Here's Nilsson picking up the loose puck. It bounces free. Thompson pokes it back to LaFrance at the point. His shot right on. The save made. That was a tricky one as it was through some legs. Now the puck goes along the sideboards, picked up by Bigelow. Jeffrey backhands it out to center ice. LaFrance is there to flip it ahead to White. White trying to move it in the zone. Here comes Stevie Thomas. Thomas getting by Thompson, trying to center it. Comes in behind the net. Thompson gets a stick on it, bothering him. Oh, hard check thrown by Thompson. And he comes up with a puck. And what do they call?
It's calling a holding penalty. I'm looking. Marty St. Louis has got a holding penalty on someone.
Tommy Moore. That happened behind the play.
Got it on Tommy Moore. There's some awfully good checks being thrown out there tonight, Jerry. Some super checks.
Thompson just threw a great check.
Both teams are really, and no one's taking a backward step. And Coach Moore, he didn't feel his club was going to be intimidated. They certainly aren't.
Bingham back out there on the power play. Puck comes to Levac, and he flips it up into the wall. And they'll face it off again.
But you're flirting with danger every time you give this Salmon unit, a power play, because just watching them the two times that I can tell that they are potent. They've got some heavy shooters. They move the puck well, really top snipers. And the more opportunities that you give them, your chances are of dodging that bullet become slimmer and slimmer.
On the Corky's Collision scoreboard, still 0-0. Off the faceoff, Massena flips it down the ice. That's McCracken. 3:44 and counting. Again, 0-0 tie. Phillips coming back for it. He and Thomas are at the points. Bingham up front, along with Jody David and Mikael Nielsen, the Swedish exchange student. They're all good hockey players. Puck comes in behind the net. in the Massena zone. Schneider flipping it around. Bingham stops it. He and Tracy jam for it. Tracy comes away with a puck and flips it out to center ice to McCracken. Scotty with it, wasting time now. Just flips it all the way back in the Salmon zone. Again, yeoman's work done by Pat Tracy.
Oh, he's been super.
Now they make a change as Fauché coming out with Morris. Puck goes to the Massena blue line. Nielsen trying to take it across. He does. Morris takes him into the boards. Schneider backhands it out to center ice. 40 seconds left in the power play. 3 minutes in the period, still no score. As the puck slides in the Massena zone, it comes to Schneider, and he moves it back ahead, trying to get it to Fauché, but it comes to Phillips at the Salmon blue line. Joey Phillips feeding it ahead for Stevie Thomas. Thomas goes to Floyd Bingham, who backhands it deep in Massena territory. Stopped in behind the net. Picked up by Schneider, flipping it around the boards. Thomas stops it at the point. Feeding it to Nielsen in the corner. Nielsen now takes it behind the net. Nielsen now trying to center it, and it's underneath Mike Adams as it came to Jody David. And we're down to 10 seconds in the power play, 2:32 in the period, and the faceoff will come inside Massena territory. And again, no score.
Jerry, Coach Stan Moore and Tim Long have got this Raider club ready. They're ready. You know, I think, and the Salmon's ready on the other side of the coin, too. And they've got the home ice advantage. But this Massena club came prepared tonight. I'm impressed here in the first 12 minutes.
Off the faceoff, puck sits in the circle. Quick shot by Harris Angus. Big save. Back at the point. Here's a bouncing shot, goes into the corner. And after it is Massena, Adams takes it out, and that'll take care of the penalty as he flips it into the zone, and Massena gets back to full strength. They killed 3 so far. Oh, nice check thrown by McCracken as he steals the puck, has it taken back away, and it's back out to center ice. Goes to Michael Adams. Adams just flips it ahead for Eddie Davis. Davis gets by a check and chases it down in the corner. Corey White is there. He and Davis go together. The puck bounces free, and it's picked up by Corey White. White out to center ice. Comes down to the Massena blue line. Thompson is there. Oh, boy, there was a check. Eddie Thompson and Timmy Thompson. Massena and Salmon. Now the puck slides out to center ice. Here's Tracy. Tracy breaking down into the Salmon zone. Takes it across. Drop pass to McCracken. Here's McCracken. He couldn't pull the trigger. Nice play by Pat Tracy. And the puck comes out to center ice. A minute and a half left to play here in period number 1. Still no score. Here comes Thompson. Builds up ahead of steam. A drive from the blue line knocked down. Ouch. What are we going to have? Matching. Uh-oh. They're going to be a bench minor on Salmon for too many men on the ice. Ooh. I can't believe they called that one.
They did. Billy Plant is upset, but he's not upset at the officials. I think he's upset at his players on some of the miscommunication. Somebody thought maybe 2 was up and 3 was up. I'm looking down on the Raider bench. We're right above the Raider bench. I'm looking for Scotty Murphy, who's missed 2 shifts out there in a row. And I can't. Can you pick him up, Jerry? I can't see him down there.
I don't know what happened to him.
He's in the crowd someplace.
We're going to have to find out.
But I'll tell you, getting back, the Raiders just had a golden opportunity. Pat Tracy, a little drop pass to Scotty McCracken, and he had Eddie Davis all alone in front of the net, and he couldn't get him the puck.
Off the faceoff, puck out to center ice. Massena on the power play. Here comes Mike Adams in the corner now. Has it poked away. Fauché can't keep it in, and it's down the ice again. Schneider flips it in behind the net. It comes up to Fauché. Fauché moves it ahead for Bigelow. Jeff with it, has it bounce around. Fauché picks it up, takes it across. Here comes Joey, drop pass to Adams at the point. Mike's drive, nice save. Oh boy, that was labeled for the lower corner, and a big save made by Adam Thompson. And little Joey Fauché right in front, getting battered around there, but he went after any possible rebound.
He also started the play coming out of his own end, brought it across, nice little drop pass to Mike Adams, and Mike unloaded a boomer. And Adam Thompson with that quick glove. Nice play all the way around, offensively and defensively.
Okay, we've got, let's see here, for Massena now on the power play. We've got Pat Tracy, and we've got Tommy Moore and Scott McCracken, and Schneider and Adams at the point. Off the faceoff, Bingham taking the draw. Bingham out there with Jody David. David intercepts and flips it down the ice. In behind the net. Stopped by Massena goaltender Bruce DeRushy. He leaves it for Schneider. Headman to Adams. Adams loses control of it, goes after it, has it poked away to the Massena line. Schneider. Schneider steps and dumps. 35 seconds left in the period. Peter LaFrance after it, poking it around the boards. Stopped by McCracken. Bounce pass out to center ice. Here's Bingham. Gets by 1, but he got checked out of the play. Nice play. Tommy Moore whacks at it. Jody David picks it up. This Massena power play a little disorganized. as the puck comes in behind the net. 17 seconds left. Headman pass, Tommy Moore. Moore flips it ahead for McCracken, gets it back again. Now he goes to Tracy, goes by him. Picked up by LaFrance, moves it to the Massena blue line. 5 seconds, Adams, McCracken. McCracken feeds Bigelow, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Here's the shot, and it's knocked down as the buzzer sounds. So, David, this one is just as close as everybody thought it would be.
Jerry, this is just as great as everyone thought it would be. You and I, this is a Super Bowl game. I've really been impressed. This has been enjoyable up here. And we've got a great vantage spot. We're right up above. We're on the west side, and we're right above the Raider bench. We can almost reach down and touch Timmy Long's gold and silvery locks, I should say. Really a beautiful spot up here.
Don't you mean gray?
This and the excitement is here, and that was as fine a first period as of hockey that you could see. Both goaltenders coming up big. We mentioned Adam Thompson, but we also got to mention Bruce DeRushy. He made a couple of pad saves, toe saves in that first period through traffic that I didn't even see the puck from our vantage spot. He picked it out and flicked out the toe. Beautiful period of hockey for both teams.
So it's no score, which means we really don't have that many statistics to talk about, but we do have some penalties, and I guess we do have our stats. But first of all, we do want to tell you that our broadcast tonight brought to you by some real nice people, and we want to thank them. Our sponsors include Han Welding Supply, located on Route 56.
You see the Salmon cheerleaders holding up signs, and you see patches of green jackets and I see some patches of red jackets right over there on our left. So there's a good contingent from Massena here for this ball game too.
Well, we've got Massena power play for 4 seconds when we start this period. We've got Tommy Moore, Scott McCracken, and Pat Tracy out there. Schneider and Adams. Floyd Bingham is out there. Joey Phillips, and it's LaFrance and White back at the blue line.
Jason Labarge starting on this unit.
Okay, I'm sorry. I missed one. Okay, here's Tracy. And it gets by him and into the Salmon River zone in behind the net. White and Labarge jam for it. Puck squirts in the corner. Back to Adams at the point. He just dumps it right back behind the net. In the Salmon zone, Schneider pinches in, keeps it in, goes by McCracken, picked up by LaFrance. LaFrance starts to move it out. Step in front, Adams. Nice play. Michael comes away with a puck. Side of the net. Short side shot. Hit the side, and the puck goes in behind. Back to the point, and Tracy can't keep it in. It slides out to center ice. No score in the hockey game as we just are underway in the second period. In behind the net it goes. Salmon zone. McCracken takes a whack at it. Has it taken away by LaFrance. LaFrance moves it up. Tracy throws a check. McCracken is in there jamming for it. Pokes it free. It comes to Tracy in the corner. Tracy trying to center it. McCracken shot right on. The save made. The rebound back to the point. Kept in nicely. Here's Adams to Schneider. His shot is wide. Now McCracken after it goes back to the point. Kept in by Adams. Flipping it through. It comes to McCracken right in front. Shoot. Oh, he fired it just wide. Good opportunity. Here's Schneider. It's out to center ice. Tracy's there. Flipping it back in the Salmon zone. And the puck slides down the ice. And they wave the icing off as they rule Brett Schneider could have played it. Mike Adams comes back for it. Headman pass to Tracy. Tracy looks, goes ahead. Tommy Moore. He pokes it in the Salmon zone. Stopped by Adam Thompson. Leaves it in behind for Corey White. White flips it around the boards for Mikhail Nilsson. Nilsson up along the sideboards. Has it poked away. Gets it back again. He and Jake Morris jam. Morris steals it away. Takes it across. Has it poked away at the last second. And back the other way comes Stevie Thomas. Thomas across the blue line into the Massena zone. Thompson. He loses them. Comes in behind the net. Here's Stevie Thomas circling around, looking for somebody to pass to. Back to the point, and it's poked into the corner again. Nilsson with it. Has it poked away. Nice play by Thompson. Nilsson comes up with it. Circles into the slot. Backhander. And the kick save made by DeRushy. Puck in the corner. Right in front. Here's a shot. Another save. Rebound goes side of the net. Salmon River now applying the pressure, but Thompson steals the puck and starts out. Here's Thompson's headman, doesn't get it out. Now he does. To center ice, it comes to Tommy Moore. Moore whacks at it, flips it in the zone, trying to chase it down. He and Corey White jam. The puck comes in the slot, but Nilsson is there to break up the play. Bounce pass, back to the blue line. Thompson throws a check. Puck comes to Morris. He flips it around on the other side as Massena's going to make a line change. Okay, here comes Corey White controlling it. Out to center, to the Massena zone. In behind the net, we got an offsides call against Salmon. They never did clear the zone after it was a delay call, and the faceoff will move. So Massena, at the beginning of the period, all kinds of pressure, but then we come down the other end, and Salmon put on all kinds of pressure.
I'll tell you, this crowd is oohing and eyeing on every pass and every check. They're really into it, and the players on both teams are really pumped up.
Off the face-off, puck back in the Massena zone. Schneider brings it out. Bounce pass ahead to Eddie Davis, across to Fauché. Fauché gets through the middle, finally taken away by Scotty McDonald. The third line's out there. Now here's flipped around behind the net by Angus. Now the puck comes back to the blue line, out to center ice. Here comes McDonald. McDonald moving it out there with Eddie Thompson. Now that's Stevie Thomas, and Thomas has it in the slot, slides it right on, and DeRushy covers it up. They jam for it. It's still free, apparently. Now he covers it up, and there's a little pushing and shoving, and there's a pileup of players at the side of the Massena net. And what Bill Plon is doing is Harris Angus is no longer playing a wing on this third line. He's double shifting Stevie Thomas.
Okay. Big pileup in front of the Raider goal that time. Good pressure by Salmon River, and Bruce DeRushy lost sight of that puck for a second, gave up a rebound, but was able to pick it out of the crowd later on. But good chance for Salmon down there.
Okay, we've got Tracy's line out there, and as you mentioned, LaBarge is playing the wing. The puck comes back to the point. Here's a shot deflected wide. That shot taken by Nate Sunday. Mike Adams picks up the puck in his own end. Flips it around the boards for Jason LaBarge. LaBarge has it poked away, gets it back again. Back to the blue line. Sunday shot. Deflected into the corner. After Mike Adams whacks at it, gets it out to center ice. Goes down the ice, and racing back for it is Sunday. It comes in behind the net. Sunday after it. Flips it around. LaBarge steps in front of it, trying to leave it for McCracken, who pokes it free. Now Sunday and McCracken jam. Sunday flips it around the boards. Into the corner. LaBarge throws a check. The puck bouncing around, and it's controlled out to center ice. It goes down into the Massena zone. Back for it is Adams. David right on top of him, takes the puck away. Here's Jody David centering it right in front. Here's a shot. Big save by DeRushy. Oh, big save on a shot by Joey Phillips. Phillips comes away with a puck, side of the net, bouncing it in front. Back to the point. Here's Corey Whiteshot. He misfired on it, and LaBarge picks up the loose puck, looks for McCracken, goes off McCracken's stick deep in Salmon River territory. McCracken in behind the net, all by himself. He's taken into the board, still jamming for it. Massena in the middle of a line change, and the puck pokes free. Bigelow picks it up. Bigelow trying to move it to the slot, but it comes back to center ice. He just shoveled it a little bit too hard for Jake Morris to control it. Mike Adams back after it as Salmon will make a line change. Adams' headman goes to McCracken. He steers it to the blue line, poked away. Back to the Massena blue line. Adams back out to center ice. Here comes Bigelow. Jeff takes it across. Bigelow trying to get by the defenseman. Sunday shovels it in front, but it's poked away. And here comes Shannon Thompson. Thompson breaks down. Just a freshman. The big drive knocked down in front. And the puck comes back to the blue line. Bouncing around. Stevie Thomas loses it to Timmy Thompson. Thompson flips it around the boards. Tommy Moore after it, can't come up with it. LaFrance slides it right in front. Oh, goes right across the goal mouth. Now Thompson after it. Thompson trying to move it out of there. Throws a check. The puck bounces free. Where is it? It's under Thompson. They jam at it. Bigelow comes away with a puck somehow. Bounce pass ahead to Tommy Moore. Moore takes a whack at it. Can't quite catch up with it. It comes to Corey White. Headman pass. Here comes Nilsson. Nilsson and Bigelow, and there's going to be a penalty on Bigelow. And Bigelow going after the puck with his stick, and Nilsson just fell down.
He's going to call him for a hooking. Yeah, he got the blade up underneath. Tommy Moore, is it? I think so. Number 7.
No, Bigelow.
Oh, Bigelow. Jeff Bigelow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Bigelow gets the gate for hooking. Nilsson, I guess that was a smart play. He just fell down and got the call.
Rush one end, Jerry. Excitement. The Shamrocks take it. Raiders take it away, come back the other end. Very few mistakes being made. Good hard hockey on both teams. Outstanding goaltending.
No score yet on the post scoreboard as the puck comes back to the blue line. Here's Phillips with it. Phillips flipping it over to Stevie Thomas. Thomas moves it in now. Flips it in the corner. Gets it right back again. Takes the shot. Moves it out to the middle. Now he feeds it through. It goes to Bingham. Here's Bingham with it. In the corner now. Bingham trying to move it in behind for Nilsson. Bingham back to Bingham. He lets it go through to Thomas. He drives right on. The save made. Mike Adams picks it up and dumps it down the ice. And the save made at the other end by Adam Thompson. Big save by DeRushy right there. We are down to 50 seconds. And the penalty is the puck stolen away by Tracy. He loses it, though. Nilsson. Nilsson falls down. And it comes to Fauché. Pokes it back out to center ice. Nilsson loses it. Where is it? In the corner. Bingham takes it across. Here's Floyd with a puck through the middle. Feeds it through to Jody David. He lost it. It comes to Schneider. Around the boards. Kept in by Thomas at the point. Here's Thomas moving it. Still 0-0. And it's back to the point and out to center ice as Thomas had just evacuated that point. Now the puck poked away. Here comes Pat Tracy. Takes it across and whacks at it. Comes to Fauché and he can't quite catch up with it. Puck in the corner now. Phillips picks it up as Massena makes a penalty-killing change. Puck comes back to Adams. He whacks at it, pokes it into the zone, chasing after it with Phillips, and the puck comes free to Jody David. Now the puck out to center ice. Here comes Thomas. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. He flips it in the Massena zone, and the Massena penalty killers do another good job. Here comes McCracken, feeds for Bigelow, and they're going to... what's the rule on that?
He came back into the zone. They claim that he didn't come back into the zone. He came out of the penalty box, and he did not come back into the zone. And
the
Mr.
crowd,
St. Louis, the Salmon crowd's cheering, the Massena crowd's booing. They feel that he did come back in the zone. He maintains that he did not, and they're bringing him back.
How far back does he have to come?
Back inside that blue line.
He didn't. They made the right call. He has to go inside the blue line. He didn't. They made the right call. I thought he only had to come back into the other side of center ice. Okay, off the faceoff. Bouncing puck. Here it comes. Salmon River with an opportunity. Backhand right on, and the save made by DeRushy. And he holds on for the faceoff again. We're down to, what, 8:05? Left to go.
I think that's a 6, yeah. I can't tell, Jerry.
I think say 8:05.
Okay, 8:05. But another good job for Massena killing off that power play. Excellent job.
On the post-insurance scoreboard, it's 0-0. Here comes Bobby Whitcup now. He directs it into the Salmon zone, back to the blue line. And Harris Angus flips it ahead for McDonald. So we got Angus back out there again. And it's across the blue line. We're going to have a whistle. And they got to call an offsides on that, I would think. As the Salmon player, McDonald, was airborne across the blue line before the puck went over. And that's an offside, so they whistle it and move it outside with 7:47. So that was 8.
Salmon is forechecking aggressively, Jerry. But one thing they don't do as much as Massena and as much as a lot of clubs, they don't pinch their defensemen a lot. I haven't seen them pinch maybe once in a almost period and a half. So they forecheck aggressively with their lines, but they don't pinch the defensemen.
Tracy against Bingham. Off the faceoff. Levac trying to clear the zone. He doesn't. Here's Bingham's shot, and it's deflected by a stick up into the wall. And Massena, a slight mistake there. But they caught a break as somebody got a stick in front of the shot and deflected it.
Jimmy Thompson came out of nowhere and got the stick on it because Bingham was out about 35 feet and winding up with a big boomer. But he got the stick on it
in fact,
and deflected over the back of the dasher.
We're 9 seconds away from the halfway mark of this hockey game, and still on the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard, it's 0-0.
The adjustments that we mentioned that Coach Moore has done, he's moved Jason LaBarge up at Scotty Murphy's side. Actually, Jason's playing the right side, and Scotty McCracken's gone over to the left side, and Eddie Davis taking a regular shift on that third unit.
Okay, now both teams making changes. And it's going to be the Bingham line against the Morris line off the face. Puck slides in front, and it comes to Tommy Moore, who backhands it, but not out of there. Kept in at the point by Corey White. Puck around the boards. Thompson after it. He and Bingham jam. The puck slides free. They move it right in front, but it's controlled by Bigelow. Bigelow moves it out to Jake Morris. Morris has it poked away. Bingham comes back the other way. Feeds it ahead for Jody David. David breaking in, gets a shot. Oh, nice save. And he used the defenseman Levac for a screen. Got a good shot off. Here's a deflection. Side of the net. It's poked free. They jam at it. Where is it? It comes free in front. Massena clears it. Here comes Bigelow, 3-on-2. Bigelow, Tommy Moore. Morris, he beats Morris. Back to Bigelow. Bigelow right in front. Oh, Tommy Moore missed one. And it comes back to Morris. Now they're out to center ice. Here comes Joey Phillips down the left wing side, trying to shift it through the middle. Phillips centers it right in front, but David was too well tied up, couldn't get a shot off. Puck comes free in the slot, and it's out by Levac to center ice. Bigelow, oh, man, he just got leveled by Corey White, and then he tripped White up and got away with one. Puck comes back out to center ice. Here comes McDonald across the blue line. His drive knocked down in front. Harris Angus couldn't find the handle on it. Angus just pops it in behind the net. Tommy Post with it. Now has it poked away by Thomas. Thomas centering in front, and Harris Angus couldn't get a shot off. Adams takes him into the boards. The puck squirts free. Comes to Tommy Post. Post gets hauled down. There's one back. And it's center right in front. Here's the shot. The save made. The rebound. Another save. And the puck goes in behind the net. Controlled by Salmon River again. Stevie Thomas back to Corey White at the point. He flips one. Knocked down by Mike Adams, and Massena clears the zone. Gets the pressure off. Dumped right back in the zone. Comes in behind the net. They're going to call an offside, an intentional offside on Salmon River, and move the faceoff back in Salmon territory. Massena weathered the storm right there.
Jerry, this is what high school hockey is all about. This is an outstanding hockey game. I just can't, I've said it before, but I'm really impressed the way both clubs out here working so hard. The forwards are taking, when they back check, they come back hard and they take the man all the way down to the net. There's no one missing, no one sloughing off out there. The defensemen are throwing checks, they're giving up the body, they're diving in front. Both teams, first one, then the other has.
Here's a shot McCracken blocked, and Jody David comes away with a puck. Here's David, kind of over skates. Now he finds the handle, gets knocked down. The puck comes to Levac. Levac in behind the net, circles. Here's Levac, shovels it ahead for Tracy. Tracy has it taken away. Puck comes in behind the net. Levac goes after it. Can't quite come up with it. It comes free to Tracy. Here's Tracy. He falls down. It's poke check back. Schneider. Schneider whips it around the boards. And it comes to McCracken. McCracken waits, feeds Tracy. Tracy just lets it go through, now follows it in the Salmon zone. Here's McCracken feeding it in through. Tracy has it lifted, can't quite come up with it, and it's still in the corner. Now McCracken, he can't find the handle. It comes to Jody David. David and Tracy go together. The puck comes out to center ice. Schneider dumps it right back in the zone. Still no score with 5 minutes left in the second period. Puck comes out to the blue line, out to center ice. Here's Bingham. Labarge takes him out of the play. The puck bounces back to Salmon blue line. Following it up is Sunday. He dumps it in the zone, goes in behind the net. Tommy Post. Post for Massena. Takes it out left side. Headman doesn't get it out of the zone. Corey White keeps it in. Flips it in behind the net. Tommy Post now around the other side. Gets knocked down, but it comes to Fauché. Fauché to Labarge. Labarge, long headman pass for Whitcup, too far. LaFrance feeds it to the Massena line. Tommy Post takes it in behind his own net. Here's Post circling. Headman to Eddie Davis. Davis starts out from Massena to Whitcup. Whitcup trying to feed Fauché, goes by him. Picked up by Corey White, and he flips it to center ice. Dump back down in the zone. They call delay offsides, and Massena finally clears the zone. And LaFrance doesn't get it out. Kept in there. Whitcup goes after it. Whitcup takes it in the corner, trying to dump it back. Now he's got it again. Whitcup and Nielsen go together. Nielsen pokes it around the boards. Comes to Thompson. Thompson's quick wrist shot knocked down by Nielsen. And back comes Salmon River, and they get Thomas breaking free, but it goes in the corner. Post trying to take him out of the play. The puck poked around Whitcup. Whitcup leaves it for Thompson. Timmy now. Drop pass meant for Labarge, or I should say Thompson. Thompson starts to move it out. Trying to move it around the boards. That was Whitcup, I should say. Ahead to Davis. Pokes at it. White gets it. Comes to right in front of the net. Tommy Post picking it up. Post to Whitcup. He just directs it down the ice. That'll be an icing call if it goes by, and it does. And icing will be called against Massena, and the faceoff will move back in Massena territory with 3:28 left in the second period. And on the Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard, still 0-0.
Very aggressive Salmon River forechecking. They take half the ice away from you. They forecheck aggressively with all three forwards. What you have to do sometimes when is throw it back to the weak side. Defenseman to the defenseman, reverse it, and come up the weak side. And you try to come out the strong side all the time. They're shutting it off, and they're going to pick off an errant pass.
WMSA, Massena, New York. Bigelow going after it. He and Eddie Thompson jam in the corner. Now Adams. And Adams skates away with a puck. Trying to poke it around. That's Harris Angus. Dropping it to McDonald in behind the net. Scotty with it. Looking to wrap it. Goes to the side of the net. Pokes free. Tommy Moore. Headman. Bigelow. Here comes Jeff Bigelow. Across the blue line. Trying to slide it through Moore. It slides right on. And a save made by Adam Thompson. Not really a hard shot. Now it's back out to center ice. Jake Morris picking it up. Morris drops it back to Levac. Levac feeds Bigelow, goes off his skate into Salmon zone in the corner. Corey White flipping around. Bigelow picks up the loose puck. Trying to center it, bounces in front. Thompson got a piece of that. It comes to Harris Angus. Angus and Bigelow go together, and Salmon's going to ice the puck all the way down. And there's the whistle, and the faceoff will move back in Salmon River zone. 2:34 left in the middle period. Still no score on the Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard. What a hockey game we're watching here tonight.
Jerry, if you had an instructional video and you wanted to teach somebody how to forecheck, how to hustle, those two wings in that second unit, Tommy Moore and Jeff Bigelow, would be star attractions because they're just hustling and working all the time and putting all kinds of pressure on that Salmon defense.
Off the faceoff, puck goes in the corner. Phillips picks it up, flips it around. McCracken is there. Centers it right in front, goes wide into the corner. Now it's Phillips again, trying to move it around the boards. Comes to Corey White. White flips it. Jody David. David trying to move it out. Tommy Post pinches in, keeps it. Here's Post looking to center. David takes it away. They jam. Now McCracken comes in to help out. Puck comes free. And where is it? Out to center ice. LaFrance. Headman Bingham. Bingham taken out of the play. And the puck comes to Schneider. Back out to center ice. Back into the zone it goes. Back for it is Corey White. White for Salmon in behind his own net. Starting out, moves it, not out of there. Tracy whacks at it, goes in the corner. Jason Labarge. Labarge trying to come up with it. Labarge jams for it along with LaFrance. They still jam for it. Puck in the corner. Now Tracy steps in to try to help out. Puck moving along the boards. They still fight for it. Where is it? It poked free finally, and Joey Phillips comes up with it. Here's Phillips, long right wing pass to David. Jody David breaks across the blue line, gets a shot off. Here comes the puck in the corner. Phillips after it. Centering pass. Bingham shot right across the goal mouth. Now the puck comes free. Corey White after it. White into the corner to David. Poked away by Schneider. Good play there. Now Bingham after it. Trying to center it. Goes in front. Here's a shot across the goal mouth. Back to the blue line. And it slides out, but not out to center ice. And what's the call? We have an injured player in front of the net. And let's see who it is. It's for Salmon River, and I can't tell. He's down on his back.
What happened, I can't pick out the number, but I know he got a nice solid check. Brett Schneider picked him up in front and just railed him with a good solid check. And
no, it's not Bingham.
Caught him unawares, and he went down hard on his back. I think it's
Jody David, maybe?
I can't see from here, but the Shamrock
Bobby
training
LePage.
staff, the coaching staff is out there attending to him. Jerry, both these clubs, very few mistakes out there tonight. Any opportunities that they're getting, they're making those opportunities through hard work and a really hustle. So both clubs playing to the top of their game. Both goaltenders, outstanding defensive core on both of them. They've got some fine defensemen on both sides. And these forwards on both clubs are going up and down that ice. The full 200 feet, they're using it.
Excellent hockey game. Face-off will be outside. Nilsson against Jake Morris. Off the draw, it comes to Schneider. Schneider drops it. Thompson's headman, and it goes into the zone off Salmon River, and it slides right on, and Thompson leaves it. Sunday flips it around the boards. It comes to Shannon Thompson. Thompson and Moore steals the puck away, dumps it in the corner, and chases it himself. Here's Tommy Moore with it, trying to center it, but Thompson cut the stick on it and blocked the pass. Now it comes to Moore again. He has his pass intercepted, and it's out to center ice. Brett Schneider finds Bigelow. Whoa! That went up off Bigelow's stick into the Massena bench. And Timmy Long had to be quick to get out of the way that time.
Very dangerous spot down there in those benches. You always have to be on your toes. You never know when that puck's going to arrive. And if it arrives unexpectedly, you could be in for a few stitches or a few missing teeth.
40 seconds left in the second period, still 0-0. Nilsson's line against the Tracy line now. And again, we've got Labarge playing in place of Murphy on the wing. Tommy Post flips it in the Salmon zone. It's going to go right on, and Thompson makes a save. In behind the net, they jam for it. Labarge trying to drop pass. Oh, Labarge just got railed by Thomas. Puck comes around the boards, and it's controlled by Salmon. They dump it down the ice. It's not going to go far enough for icing, I don't believe, or does it? Yes, it does. And that looked like it was headed for the net, but then it came up on its end and it curved, and Bruce DeRushy had the eyeball on it all the way, but he let it go by. So the face-off will move back in Salmon territory with 22 seconds left in the second period.
That looked like a curling shot with outward spin on it.
There you go. There you go. Tracy will face off against Bingham now. No, wait a minute. We've got Bingham, Nilsson up there, and David. So this is kind of a makeshift line. Now wait, Nilsson comes off now. Oh, we've got Thomas on the other wing for Salmon River.
I'm looking to see if I can see number 13, Joey Phillips, out there on the bench. I can't see him. He possibly gone to the
off the face-off. McCracken shot. Oh, in behind the net on the backhand. Puck comes free, and it's up along the puck boards and into the crowd, and they'll face it off again. And Scotty McCracken had a wonderful opportunity right in front and fired a backhand just wide.
Tracy won the draw. Scotty just off the crease, picked it up, drifted across the crease. Nice little backhander. Good shot, but Mr. Thompson, again, on his feet, wasn't floppy.
Okay, now McDonald comes out to take the face-off against Tracy. And there, now they get him situated. Comes to Post, back to Adams. He drives it, and it goes high over the net. 7 seconds. 6, 5, McDonald, they jam for it along the boards. Where is it? 1 second. That'll take care of the period. So we have played 2 scoreless periods here at Salmon River, and what a hockey game it is. 0-0 after 2 periods.
What can you say, Jerry? We've said it before. You don't want to come back and keep repeating it over and over. But I'll tell you, anyone who missed this game tonight, they're missing a humdinger. Super. Those first 2 periods were 2 of the best periods of hockey I've seen in a long time.
And you know, you wonder, you think to yourself, well, no goals. That can't be very exciting. Wrong. This has been wonderfully exciting because both teams have had chances. Both goaltenders have stood tall. And, you know, I was just thinking a moment ago, while Joey Phillips was down there in front of the net thinking, can you give an edge to either team? I don't think so.
No, you can't. As I say, I try to get across. First, it's one team having the momentum and the pressure up the ice, and soon the other team takes the puck down the ice. They go. But you know, we had our panel of experts rating. If you or I were rating from the defense, the goaltending, the forwards, we'd give them all a 9.8 on this ball game right here. This is it's been very entertaining, up and down. And we said no, very few mistakes. Of course, there are a few mistakes out there, but very few. When a team is getting an opportunity, it's because they're creating that opportunity through hard work and hustle.
So 2 periods by the boards. We've played 30 minutes of hockey, and as of yet, no score in the hockey game. Both teams have had opportunities, but neither team has been able to capitalize. We do want to tell you that our broadcast tonight is brought to you by the A-Plus Mini Market, Main Street, downtown Massena, by Agway, the family farm, home, and garden center, South Main Street in Massena, by Collins Brothers Sunny Service Station on East Orva Street, by Reynolds Metals St. Lawrence Reduction Plant, working together, their quality shines through. By the Massena Paper Company on East Orva Street, North Country Savings Bank, 22 Phillips Street, by Homestead Dairies, West Hatfield in the corner of North Main and Maple Street, by the Seacom Federal Credit Union, Stern Street in Massena, North Country Sports, Main Street, downtown Massena, Bogosian's Carpet and Furniture, 70 Willow Street, Massena Savings and Loan, 121 Main Street, Massena Building Supplies, 70 Water Street, Massena General Contracting, phone 764-5457, Massena Super Duper in the Hardhaven Shopping Center, and by Han Welding Supply, located on Route 56 near the intersection of Route 37. And again, really not a whole lot to talk about as far as statistics are concerned.
No, but you know, the officials, Marty St. Louis and who's the other, Butch Martin. They are letting these teams play hockey, and there's only been 6 penalties. And you and I have seen games this year, Jerry, where there's been hitting that you couldn't break a pretzel, and you've had 15, 20 penalties. Out here, these 2 clubs are really hitting. They're using the body. They're not using the stick out there. They're skating that extra stride to take the man out of the play with the ball.
Both teams can be very proud of the way they play.
Oh, super. Jerry, one thing I want to get back on a question, those shot totals. We get that from the man downstairs. That wasn't from our stat man. He's in a position where he doesn't have a good view. We got it from the officials, and I just have to question Massena having 1 shot on goal. I really do. I know they had more than that, but yeah. It didn't. Regardless if it were 12-1, it doesn't indicate the play. Both teams. It was right down the middle, 50-50.
So we played 2. We're getting ready to go into the third. Still 0-0. I'm trying to remember the last time I've done a game where it was 0-0 going into the third. It's a long time ago.
And you know, we mentioned before, right off the bat, Captain Pat Tracy was right out there. He was taking charge. He was throwing his weight around. This is what you really like to see as a coach in a big game like that. Your captain to step up and say, here we go, fellas, this is the way you do it. And he really led by example, and the Raiders have followed him.
Okay, it looked like Tracy's line was going to start, but Morris's line comes out now and replaces them. And it'll be the Bingham line, and we're underway in the third period. Mike Adams with a puck, feeds it to Schneider. Schneider headman. Morris takes it across on the right side. He stops. Looks to center. Bigelow by a defenseman. Drop pass. Jake in the slot. His shot knocked down. Gets the puck back. Shoots again. I think he hit the goalpost. And the puck comes back to the blue line. Bigelow keeps it in. Now it's back out to center ice. To the Massena line. A poke check by Schneider breaks it up, but it's dumped right back in the Massena zone. In behind the net. Here's Mike Adams. Flipping it around the boards for Bigelow. Bigelow looks to headman. Has it knocked down in front. Here's the shot. Big save. The rebound cleared by Adams in behind the net. And Jeff Bigelow with a bit of a boo-boo there, but he came back to try to correct it. Now the puck right in front. Shot, save, and a big one. as Massena with a little bit of a problem. Finally, they knocked the puck out to center ice, and that was just a bad luck bounce that moved the puck in front. Now the Raiders trying to regroup here. Schneider feeds it ahead for Bigelow, goes by him, dump back to the Massena line. Here's Bingham flipping in the zone, backhanded by Schneider, and it slides into the Salmon River zone as Massena will make a line change. Corey White after it. Couple of big saves, though, by Bruce DeRushy, and he's had a game here tonight. Back to the blue line. McCracken whacks at it. Puck bounces free to the blue line out to center ice. Into the Massena zone now. Pat Tracy picking it up, starts out. Here's Tracy, headman to McCracken. Scotty stops it, feeds it for Labarge breaking through, but it's intercepted by Nilsson. Nilsson rubbed into the boards. McCracken picks it up, feeds it for Levac, and Mike St. Louis ended up in the penalty box. Now the puck comes into the Massena zone. It's going to slide right on, and DeRushy makes the save and covers up.
Mike's hurting, too. I think that's very dangerous. I don't know what happened if the penalty timekeeper didn't know how to have the gate latched, or it came unlatched by itself, but Mike was forced into right in front of us, right down below us is the penalty box, and he was forced into the area by the play coming his way, and he came right through the gate, and he's still shaking a little bit. As you mentioned, the Raiders dodged the big bullet. 2 golden opportunities for Salmon River. Bruce DeRushy standing tall, stoned them both times. Back
to the point. Here's Corey White. Sunday can't control it out to center ice. Davis trying to swipe it ahead. He's taken into the boards nicely by the defenseman, though, Nate Sunday. Made a good play, Sunday, after bat. Here's the puck right in front. Faucher's shot. Nice save. Rebound to the side of the net. Whitcup taken into the boards. He got railed, and the puck comes free. Picked up there and out to center ice. Salmon River trying to control it. Intercepted by Whitcup. He flips it back ahead. Sunday dumps it. Ooh! And DeRushy had to make a quick save on the shot from center ice. Tommy Post picks it up and slides it, trying to move it ahead. Not out. Here's Sunday's shot. Oh, just wide. Puck around the boards, and it slides out to center ice. Good play by Whitcup. Puck back in the zone. Delay off sides, but Salmon clears it, and Post stops in behind the net. Post flips it behind. It's stolen by Salmon right in front. Poked away by Faucher. Joey did a heck of a job right there to break that one up. Now the puck comes back in the Massena zone. The Shamrocks are buzzing right now. Here comes Whitcup with it. He steps by a check, carries it, feeds it ahead, and it goes to Bingham. Bingham pokes it ahead into the zone. David with it, trying to slide it through to Phillips, but it goes in behind. Phillips side of the net, and DeRushy covers it up with a glove. And Salmon River really putting the pressure on to open the third period here.
A lot of pressure by the Shamrocks. Bobby Whitcup to get that puck out of the zone. Dove head first, deflected the puck out with his stick. That's those little intangibles mean so much like that when you're putting on an effort. Again, that ripples right down the whole bench when they see one of your teammates putting an effort like that. Picks up the whole club.
It'll be Bingham's line against the Tracy line. Off the face-off. Here's a shot, and the save made by DeRushy. Puck sits side of the net. Comes in behind, in the slot, back to the point. Here's a drive by Corey White. Oh, deflected wide into the corner. They jam for it. It comes free. Here comes Salmon River bouncing at it. The puck sitting there. Finally, McCracken moves it out to Tracy, and Pat Tracy's going to have a breakaway. Here comes Tracy, and a good defensive play broke it up, and the net's off its moorings. Who was that?
Peter LaFrance.
What a play.
Job coming back. Peter LaFrance, he and Corey White were split by Pat Tracy, and Peter LaFrance came back out of nowhere. In fact, he's hurt. He ended up in the net. He's lying motionless in the net.
What an effort. Oh, my goodness. What an effort by Peter LaFrance.
Pat Tracy had a breakaway in from about the blue line, just outside the blue line. Peter LaFrance really came back out of nowhere and caught Pat Tracy, knocked the puck off his stick, lost his balance, and went careening into Adam Thompson. And he bounced off Thompson off the goal post. And he's I can't tell how he's rolled over on his side now. And the Shamrock training staff's out there tending to him. Again, at the far end to our left at the north end.
What a play he made. That could have saved the game right there.
Outstanding play. And I don't know if they're calling for a stretcher or what. They are calling for a stretcher? Okay. Yeah, here they come with the stretcher. The medical staff here hustling out. He took an awful blow. He bounced off of Adam Thompson. What happened? The Shamrocks were exerting all kinds of pressure inside of the Massena zone, and I don't know, the Massena player, might have been Scotty McCracken, picked up a loose puck and threaded it out up the middle, and Pat Tracy picked it up and split the Salmon defenseman, split Peter LaFrance and Corey White, and he was going forward with his momentum. They had to turn. I figured that this is a breakaway all the way in, but somehow Peter LaFrance turned and Pat Tracy's one of the fastest raiders. He can really motor. They caught Pat from behind, but he paid for it with his...
And what he did was, thanks a lot, what he did was he got the stick in there and he threaded it between Pat's legs somehow and poked the puck away, and he did it without getting a penalty. That's almost impossible. What a play. That could be the play of the game right there.
We talked about inspirational plays, something to lift a club, and you know, these, not that either one of these clubs are playing flat, but I don't. Are they calling
for Dr. Kelly? Yeah,
for the physician. Okay.
Yeah.
They've got the backboard out there.
Of course, this is a situation where you don't take any chances at all.
It's a precautionary move, and I see number 13. Joey Phillips is out there, so he's, you know, and Coach Bill Plana asked him before the game if he had any injuries to report or sickness. He said no. They've been very fortunate the last couple of years, outside of the flu bug hitting now and then, and then, you know, that you can dodge that bullet for a while, but every now and then, boom, bounces up, and they've had 2 injuries here tonight.
There goes Dr. Kelly. And again, we have 11.
TI and Saranac Lake that have not had a very successful year up to this date. So if looking from the Massena standpoint and from the Salmon River standpoint, that's a plus in their favor. They've just moved Peter LaFrance. They've taken him off through the north end. They're coming around now. They got him strapped to the backboard.
And again, let's hope that it's not a serious injury.
And
going to take him out.
The officials are whistling both teams back to the ice. The face-off will be down in the Salmon end to the left of goalie Adam Thompson.
Okay, we've got Jake Morris's line out there against Mikael Nielsen's. And again, a little gamesmanship going on here as Stanley changes his line at the last minute. Face-off, Salmon zone, off the draw. The puck comes back to Schneider at the point. We have a whistle. What happened?
I'm not sure. Maybe the timekeeper wasn't set.
The clock.
Oh, yeah, the timekeeper who's running the clock was one of the guys carrying on the stretcher. So.
Okay.
We can't play without him.
No. 11:30 left to play in the third period, and still on the Peach Jewelers scoreboard, it's 0-0. No score in the hockey game. Jake Morris wins the draw. The puck comes to Moore. He gets a weak shot off. Doesn't go through. He goes after it in the corner. Moore with it. Center. Oh, right across the goal mouth. Nobody there from Massena. And the Shamrocks break it out to center ice. Morris throws the check. Puck comes to Nilsson, and he dumps it in behind. Now Schneider after it. Trying to move it along with Thompson. Thompson feeds it to the Swede in front, but it's back to the blue line. Puck comes free. Thomas right on. Actually, that was meant as a pass to Shannon Thompson, who was in the slot, but it came right on DeRushy, and he covered it up. It really wasn't a shot on net. It was going across the slot, and DeRushy grabbed it and held it, and we'll have a face-off as Morris. Now we're going to have a change. The Tracy line comes out from Massena.
The Raiders coaching staff have scouted Salmon really well. They were alert to the fact that when Salmon goes into the corner, they don't spend any time turning, looking for that guy. They throw it right out into that slot, and Massena's made adjustments to counteract that.
Off the face-off, Tracy flips it in behind. Levac picks it up, trying to flip it, goes back to the blue line, and is kept in there by Thompson, rather. Eddie Thompson. Now the puck goes right in the goal mouth, and again, DeRushy is going to jump on top of it and hold on for the face-off. Now, see, they're probably giving him saves on that, and that really is not a save.
Correct. I'll tell you, Salmon hasn't missed a beat. If they're going to be down for Peter LaFrance being out of the ball game, they haven't shown it here in this next shift. They've taken it right back to Massena again.
Okay, the face-off. It'll be Bingham now against Tracy. Off the draw, puck comes to Tommy Post in behind the net, and it comes in on the side of DeRushy again, and he's going to cover it up as neither team was able to really gain control, and it kind of slid right by DeRushy, and again he jumped on it for the face-off.
Again, he wants to make sure that everyone is where they should be, and he feels that they're running around a little bit out there, so he's going to hold for a face-off. Smart thing to do.
Tracy against Bingham once again. Off the draw, back to the point. Here's a shot. Sunday knocked down, a rebound. Whoa, that went high over the net, just missed. And the puck comes free to McCracken. McCracken, headman, goes by Tracy, and Sunday whacks at it back into the zone of Massena. Here comes Schneider, drops it to Mike Adams. Adams starts out. Adams flips it ahead. Tracy just dumps it in the Salmon zone. Corey White dumps it back to the Massena blue line. Schneider, last man back, he gets there. Feeds Adams, who dumps it into the Salmon zone. Comes in behind the net now. Corey White after. Oh, McCracken just railed him. Now the puck goes in the corner. Kicks free. Picked up by Sunday. Sunday and McCracken jam. The puck around the boards. Adams now to Tracy at the point. He flips it in behind the net. After it is Labarge. Labarge loses his stick. He and Phillips, they jam for it in behind the net. And it's Phillips dumping it down the ice. They got to call icing on that, I would guess. Yep, there's the icing call. And the faceoff will move back in Salmon River territory with 9:52 remaining in period number 3. Still on the Peach Jewelers scoreboard at 0-0.
A lot of hard checks out there thrown tonight. Scotty McCracken just unleashed a real thundering check on Corey White. You know, and Jerry, little things mean a lot. Go back to that face-off in the Massena end just a second ago. Pat Tracy wasn't ready. He only had one hand on his stick. The official thought, he gets up there, you got to be ready. Dropped the puck. Salmon won the draw back to the point, and it was a big boomer, and it deflected and almost went in. Those little things add up. You've got to be ready.
Here's Post at the point, deflected right on the rebound. It's still free, jamming in behind the net. Thompson grabs it as Tommy Moore took a whack at it. Jeff Bigelow took a whack at it, and again Thompson, cool as a cucumber in there, makes the save.
And that one did deflect, and it came in like when it deflected, it took some of the steam off, and it came in like a knuckleball, and he had a little trouble with it, but he stayed with it.
Off the faceoff, Tommy Post keeps it in at the point. They jam for it there. Post now he loses it. Shannon Thompson, headman goes wide. Tommy Moore picks it up, shovels it ahead. A puck bouncing around, and Jeff Bigelow got knocked down behind the play. Now it's Nilsson in behind his own net, trying to shovel it to Shannon Thompson. Morris steps in front, steals the puck, trying to get it in the corner. He jams for it, but it comes to Shannon Thompson. Thompson out to center ice, taken out of the play. Nice play by Bigelow. The puck comes into the corner, Massena zone. In behind it is Post. Post with it in the corner. They jam for it. The puck comes free to Morris. Morris moves it ahead, gets it back again, starts out. Here comes Jake, feeding to Bigelow. Bigelow trying to center it, but it goes in front of the net, picked up by Corey White. Back out to center ice, comes to Thompson. Thompson waits now, takes it across the red line, slides it in the Salmon zone. In behind the net, 8:44 and counting, still 0-0. Puck around the boards, and it's backhanded out to center ice, and back into the Massena zone by Eddie Thompson. Puck comes to Levac, goes off his stick, along with Harris Angus and off the ice surface. And the faceoff will come top of the circle in the Massena zone with 8:32 left. Period number 3, still 0-0.
Intensity is outstanding. Stevie Thomas, number 66, led the charge down here. A great check behind the Raider net. He was the first guy back the other in his own end.
Off the face-off, here's Angus back to the point. Sunday, his shot goes in behind. DeRushy pokes it in the corner. Schneider now gets up with it behind the net. Now flips it around the boards for Eddie Davis. Davis leaves it for Fauché. Here comes Joey. Joey 1-on-3. Fauché trying to slide through and cut through the defense, but he's taken out of the play by Phillips. Very seldom are you going to beat Joey Phillips like that, that's for sure. Phillips comes away with a puck. Headman to McDonald. McDonald just slides it in the Massena zone. Schneider back for it. Feeds it to Whitcup. Whitcup trying to control it. Bounce pass to Fauché. Fauché lifts it out to center ice. Good play. Fauché back in the zone. And we got an intentional offsides against Salmon. They're calling that one a lot tonight. I can't believe they called it there because the Salmon player was, well, he was out above the circle.
Not only that, but the Salmon defenseman was under pressure. He had to unload the puck or
really
in danger of being stripped on a breakaway. No, that.
Well,
but overall, these guys have done a super job tonight.
Maybe we're overly critical sometimes. Jake Morris will face off against Nilsson. Off the draw, puck in the corner. Back in behind the net, picked up by Corey White. White flips it around the boards for Thomas. Thomas loses it. Whacking at it there is Michael Adams. Adams gets a shot right in front. It's knocked down, and it's back out to center ice. Here comes Nilsson feeding Thomas. Thomas gets by Adams. Here comes Thomas in behind, and somebody gave up the body and broke it up. Tommy Post. Adams now flips it in on the corner. Shannon Thompson after it. He just tries to center it. Mike Adams pokes it free. It comes to Bigelow. Bigelow feeds it to Tommy Moore. And Moore kind of lost it, but he comes up with it to Jake Morris. Here's Morris with it. He can't control it. Shannon Thompson shovels it back in the Massena zone. And Mike Adams flips it to Tommy Post. Post steps across, has it poked away, and Salmon's got a 2-on-1. Breaking in Bingham, and he flips it over to David. David couldn't catch it. Taken into the boards by Tommy Moore. Puck comes bouncing back to Bigelow. Bigelow breaks back the other way. Here comes Jeff Bigelow into the corner now, trying to get by the defenseman. White takes him into the boards. The puck bounces around in behind the net to Jody David. David with it. Flips it, doesn't get it out. Thompson keeps it in, dumps it in behind the net. Good job by Thompson that time. Puck back to the blue line. Tracy can't keep it out. Now Thompson flips it over to Levac. Levac steps across the red line, dumps it. Ahead it goes to McCracken, gets by him. Corey White after it. In the corner, White steps by McCracken's check, starts it out of there. Out to center ice, Tracy falls down, somehow manages to control the puck, but David picks it up, slides it along the boards. Tracy throws a check, here's Bingham. Bingham across the blue line, taken out of the play. Where's the puck? Underneath Bingham. They jam at it, and the whistle blows. And the face-off will move outside, I believe. Bingham covered it up, and he got a little upset when Massena was poking at it. But, hey, you fall on the puck, you take your medicine, I think.
And the official looked the other way. He could have called delay of the game, but a smart move. Tommy Moore, the Raiders turned the puck over in the neutral zone. Salmon had a 2-on-1 break. Tommy Moore really worked hard, came back, took that 2-on-1 away, created a 2-on-2, no damage done.
Bouncing puck, Faucher's line. Faucher whacking at it, lost sight of it, but it's picked up by Whitcup. Oh, he took a stick right in the face and gets a shot off anyway. The save made by Thompson. Puck in behind the net now. Stolen by Whitcup to Faucher. Joey with it trying to...
105% on both sides of the aisle here. The team in red and the team in white are just playing out there with everything that they can muster. All their heart, all their determination. This is fantastic. The people here tonight have really been privileged to see an outstanding display of hockey and gamesmanship and intestinal fortitude led by these two goaltenders who have just been outstanding. You can't put a piece of paper between them. And if we're going to pick a couple of stars, these two goaltenders will be number one, and these two teams will be number two, and we'll get number three. I guess we'll call the crowd because they're into it, and they're helping the players into it. So the goaltenders, the teams, and the fans. 1, 2, 3.
So we go to overtime. We've seen two this year, David. Massena won one, and one ended in a tie.
And if this is correct, that's just one penalty in the third period. Joey, one penalty in the third period, one in the second. And this has been one of the hardest hitting games that we've seen. This is the hardest hitting games. Both teams not, giving and taking not an inch. They're really throwing the body out there.
That penalty in the third period, though, was a too many men. It wasn't a checking penalty at all. So we're going to play 5 minutes of overtime, David. I almost hope it goes through the overtime without a score. I hate to see anybody have to lose this game.
Yeah, there's no question. And let's say somebody does score. It doesn't matter if the Raiders or the Shamrocks, they're both winners, as we said. This has been outstanding. The people here tonight have really been entertained. I know you and I have been entertained. And if these two teams can sustain this level of play, this intensity, as they finish up the season and head into the sectionals, they are going to be tough to beat. I don't care who they go up against. They're going to be tough to beat. And we're looking down at both benches. Both coaches are talking to their players, encouraging them. This is great. I run out of words to describe it. It's all about. This is what it's all about. As we mentioned, Captain Pat Tracy, he led the charge from the opening whistle. The Raiders have followed, and the Shamrocks led by Floyd Bingham and Peter LaFance.
We can't describe. He's the reason why this overtime is going to go.
And our compliments to Butch Martin and to Martin St. Louis. They've done a good job. We did question, and I would question that too many men on the ice with 2:50 to go, but that's part of the game.
It didn't turn out to affect anything. So, okay, Morris and Bingham were underway in OT. Off the fellow, watch out. That came up by us. And old Roger Bigelow with the camera there on top of the scorer's table had to duck quickly.
Raj probably has the best seat in the house.
Well, of course, more problem with Raj. Raj a little bigger target than you or I, so got to watch out for that. Well, we played 3 seconds in overtime, and all we've had is the puck bounce off the ice surface. Let's do it again. Face-off circle outside the Massena zone. Bingham and Morris. Off the draw comes the Massena line. Mike Adams flips it to Schneider. Schneider headman goes by Bigelow. Slides slowly back into Salmon zone. Phillips trying to clear. Oh, offsides. Jake tried to sneak it in, but it was an offside. And Mike St. Louis right on the line to make the call. And the face-off will move outside Salmon zone. Good effort on Jake's part, though.
Excellent effort, but a good call by St. Louis. Excellent call. That didn't come out by more than a dime's width.
Off the face-off, puck goes into the open wing. At the red line, Adams steps in front of it and dumps it deep. Salmon territory, Tommy Moore goes in after it, picks it up, looks to center it, and it goes back to the point. Now here comes Salmon River, Jody David, breaking into the Massena zone. He's got a trailer, feeds it through, here's a shot, and he fanned on it, he didn't get it off. Now here comes Bigelow back the other way, trying to move it through, and we got an offsides on Massena. And again, Joey Phillips just got a stick on the puck to slow it up, and that caused Jeff Bigelow to go offside. And now both teams will change up here. 4:22 left in sudden victory overtime, 0-0. We go in overtime with no score, and I can tell you, this is the first time I have ever seen this in 15 years of broadcasting hockey.
You don't have a chance to redeem yourself if you make a mistake in sudden overtime, Jerry. That's the hard thing.
Off the face-off, Thompson has to come back in his own end. Picks it up, starts out left side. Headman to Trace. Tracy flips it ahead for Labarge. Labarge hits McCracken. Nice pass. McCracken's drive just wide. Nice hard shot. McCracken goes after it in the corner. Puck around the boards, and it's back Salmon Rivers. Nilsson breaking out of there. Flips it ahead, Stevie Thomas. Labarge takes him into the boards, and the puck comes free to Thompson, stolen away, but Labarge is up to pick it up. It goes into the slot, but it bounces back to the blue line. Here comes Massena, 3-on-2. Here comes Labarge. Labarge hits Tracy, takes it across and loses it. Back out to center ice. Salmon's going to have a 2-on-1, but Massena gets back, and the puck comes across the blue line. Here's a shot by Shannon Thompson, knocked down, and McCracken comes after it, trying to move it out of there. Still controlled by Salmon River. McCracken picks it up, flips it ahead, and it goes out to center ice by Corey White. Bingham into the Massena zone, stopped by Adams. Flips it to Levac. Levac to McCracken. McCracken taken out of the play by David. Little over 3 minutes as the puck comes in the Massena zone. In behind the net. After it, Levac. He and David go together. Levac comes away with a puck. Flips it ahead for Tommy Moore. Moore digging for it in the corner now. Trying to move it back to the blue line. Morris gets a stick on it. Moore goes after it. Puck comes free to David. Sliding it right in front. Save. And it goes in behind the net. Now the puck in the corner. Bouncing around. Here's Bingham with it. Bingham trying to move it in front. It hits the side of the net. Goes in behind. Morris throws a check. Levac bounces it back to the point. Here's a chance in front. Phillips shot. He fired it wide. And Adams after it. Puck bounces in front, high in the air, over the net. Bingham centers it, gets it back. Bounce pass back to Phillips in the slot. He fired it wide again. Big chances for Salmon River. Huge chances. Adams trying to lift it out of there. Kept in by Bingham. It comes back to Adams, and he shovels it out to center ice. Back in the zone. Goes to the side of the net. Took a kind of funny bounce. Mike Adams with it now. Flips it around the boards for Jason Labarge. Labarge's headman doesn't get out. Comes back into the corner and into the glass. In free in behind the net. Picked up there by Stevie Thomas. Thomas circling. His shot knocked down in front. And finally, Mike Adams picks it up and lugs it out to center ice. He's taken heavily into the boards. The puck slides back in the Massena zone. Offsides, the call.
Harry, the Raiders were really under siege. They were really tired out there. And number 13, Joey Phillips, had two glorious scoring opportunities. One, I thought he had the top corner and it hit a stick and deflected. But Raider, all kinds of pressure by Salmon River. Massena had several opportunities to clear the puck. They wanted to take an icing, and they were so tired they couldn't do that. Salmon exerted all kinds of pressure. 1:46 left in the overtime.
0-0. Of course, it's scoreless. Or it's you know it's tied. We're in overtime, but it's a scoreless tie. Pat Tracy out there. Off the faceoff, David flips it in the Massena zone. Schneider in behind, takes a whack at it, misses it completely. Puck comes free in the slot. They jam at it. Bounces back along the puck boards out to center ice. Back in the zone, but Salmon's offside. They have to clear. And it comes out to Fauché. Joey with it, slides it ahead. Davis whacks at it, or McCracken rather. It comes back to David. Joey David, poked away. McCracken dumps to an open wing. Schneider, Adams is there to poke it out. Dump back in the zone. Takes a bounce off the backboard. McCracken looks to center it. Goes to Tracy, goes by him in fact. Back in the zone, delay offsides on Salmon, and it stops in behind the net. Swiped around to Adams. Adams long hit man to McCracken. McCracken breaks down the wing, takes it across, trying to center it. It's knocked away, but it doesn't get out of the zone. Here's McCracken, but it's poke check back out to center ice. Here comes Levac. Levac, head man, so Fauché goes by him. Back to the Massena line. Into the zone. Levac is there. Levac flips it ahead. Goes back to Salmon River blue line. Bouncing around. Goes to Tracy. Tracy takes it across. Drop pass back out to center ice. 29 seconds. Levac loses it. Comes to the Massena line. Thompson is there. Thompson feeds it ahead for Levac. Here's Levac. 20 seconds. Tracy's head man goes to the blue line. Levac steals again. Slides it out to Jake Morris. Here comes Morris picking up the puck. Goes around one man. Here's Morris. Takes it across. Poke checked away. 5 seconds. We're going to have a scoreless tie, David. 3, 2, 1. Wow.
That's the way it should have ended right there. Both teams.
What a game.
What a game. We've said it all. The fans are standing. They're clapping.
You bet.
What a tribute to these two clubs out here. Raiders are out there hugging their goaltender. Shamrocks congratulating Adam Thompson, who's leading the rush out to shake hands. I'll tell you, both these clubs showing great respect for each other, and before this game and after the game, really show respect for each other. That was a very, very entertaining hockey game. I've ran out of words to describe it.
I'd never seen a 0-0 tie before. Well,
and Jerry, the Raiders from outside, I think the first shift or maybe two shifts, he didn't get any more than two shifts, lost their big scoring threat, Scotty Murphy. They adjusted to that. And then here in the third period, the Shamrocks were without their big defenseman, Peter LaFrance. They adjusted to that. The hitting, the intensity, both teams up and down the ice. There were very few mistakes made out there. Each team created their scoring opportunities, and there were many. And when they had that scoring opportunity, the goaltender for Salmon River, Adam Thompson, and the goaltender for Massena, Bruce DeRushy, stood them right on their ear. They had those forwards shaking their head.
Well, Salmon River really controlled the overtime, and again, Massena did what they had to do to keep the puck out of the net, and they had a little bit of lady luck on their side as Joey Phillips, a very fine defenseman forward, he plays both, for Salmon River, had two golden opportunities in the high slot area and fired both of them wide. So, I don't know. I guess it was meant to be a tie, David.
Yeah, Joey will be scratching his head saying, boy, I did have that golden opportunity, but those things happen. And Salmon did control the overtime. The Raiders got a little out of sync. They couldn't get a line change out there. They had opportunities to clear the zone 2 or 3 times, and they fanned on the clearing pass. And the coaching staff wanted to get a line change out there, get a fresh line, fresh set of defensemen, but they couldn't. And the Shamrocks were applying the pressure. The puck was bouncing every which way. That's what gives you ulcers, from the coaching staff. But I think it should have ended up this way. I think both teams deserve to come out of this with a point and without their records blemished with a loss. This was a very entertaining hockey game. And
final shots, favored Salmon River 31-15, a 2-1 margin. That's a little suspect in my book, though.
I concur with you there. I think our official scorer down in the booth down there in the second period, I don't know what he was doing, but I think he missed a few shots.